The Boxing Day has been unkind to Manchester United, where they were defeated by Wolves 2-0. It was a day to forget for Manchester United, where they were unable to capitalize on the points dropped by their rivals. And with a red card for Bruno Fernandes and unable to score even a single goal in the game, the misery for Amorim and Manchester United fans have just gone worse. Let's break down the game and see how it went. Marcus Rashford was not included in the Manchester United squad for the fourth game in a row. And I think maybe due to some tactical reasons or due to the ongoing issues he's having with Ineos, where he gave an interview just a while back where he said that he will be open to new opportunities. Maybe that is the reason why Manchester United are making sure that they don't give him any more game time. And I think it's highly likely that he will be moved on come this January transfer window or the summer transfer window. Manchester United did start strong, but they were unable to dominate the game against a resilient Wolves side. And even though they tried to put in some pressure, maybe with the high pressing and everything, things were just not clicking for Manchester United. And it were Wolves who had maybe a couple of better chances. But there were a couple of shots that came from Diego Dallo where he shoot one of the ball that went past gliding at the keeper, and the keeper had to make a very good save in order to stop it. Apart from that, there was one incident where to stop the counter attack of Wolves, Bruno Fernandes had to lunge in and put in a tackle where he fouled the player and he was given a yellow card early in the game. The first half ended with nil-nil, and with that, now Manchester United have failed to score in the first half in 13 of their 18 Premier League games this season. Only Southampton 14 have failed to score more in 2024-2025 season. And I think that speaks volumes for itself. And then this moment of madness that completely changed the game for Manchester United. Even though they were not playing well, but they still had chance to come out of the game with all the 3 points. They just needed a goal and to maybe have a 10-15 minutes of good spell on the game. But this stupid tackle from Bruno Fernandes where he tries to get the ball, he misses the ball completely and lands the foot on the opponent's player. This gets him a second yellow and which gets converted into a red card, and he has to walk off the pitch in the 48th minute of the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this tackle? For me, it was absolutely unnecessary. The ball is in the Wolves half where they are trying to just play out from their area, and Bruno Fernandes comes in, he doesn't get the ball and lands this tackle. For me, it was really avoidable. He could have done better. The game was already not playing, and they needed Bruno Fernandes to step in as a captain. But to put in this tackle and to just walk off the pitch, I think it just hurt the United fans and killed the game for them. Amorim did not even shake Bruno's hand or tap on his shoulder or even make an eye contact, and that speaks volume for what he would have been feeling the moment Bruno walked off that pitch. It was an absolute disgrace where Manchester United really needed to win this game or get at least a point out of this. And with going down to 10 men in the 48th minute of the game, it just spoiled everything for them. With that, Bruno Fernandes is now the first Manchester United player to be sent off 3 times in a single season since Nemanja Vidic in 2008 and 2009 season. He has been sent off against Porto, Spurs, and now Wolves. Just 10 minutes after Bruno Fernandes was sent off, Manchester United concede a goal. And guess what? They concede directly from a corner for the second time in the last 3 games. They conceded one against Tottenham, where there was a beautiful ball from Son. This time they conceded with a beautiful ball from Matheus Cunha, and he was perfect. Now you can see here there are a couple of things I wanted to talk about. They are the anti set piece FC. They just cannot defend set pieces. I don't know what is wrong with them. You can see Onana is being pressurized by 2 Wolves player, and you can see that there are defenders who are trying to mark one Wolves player. So you can see 4 of the defenders trying to mark one Wolves player, where you know that your keeper is already being put under pressure by the Wolves player. Why don't you go there, try to disrupt the Wolves defender, try to make sure that your keeper gets enough space? But none of the players do that. Onana is completely sandwiched between both of the Wolves player, and when the ball comes, the ball is beautifully hit, top notch, on point, and it directly. Onana tries to jump, and he cannot do that because he's under pressure. He has Wolves player backing him up where he cannot move a couple of yards back. Then finally the goal goes in. And I think it's a complete disgrace of a goal to concede. Nobody normally you will see concede directly from corners. This is something that all the teams are known to avoid, but Manchester United, I don't know, for some reason or the other, they just cannot stop these kind of things from happening. And I think this fault totally goes on the defenders, where why are four defenders trying to mark one player, where you already see that two players are trying to make it difficult for Onana to come and get the ball. These are the goals that have gone directly from a corner. The first one is from the Son, where he takes the corner. Second one was from yesterday against Wolves, where Junior takes a wonderfully hit corner. Now with that, Manchester United conceded on set piece their 18th goal under Amorim as a coach. 18 goals conceded in 10 games in all competitions. Two sides have conceded 10 plus set piece goals in the Premier League, with that being one of them is Manchester United and the second one is Wolves, where Wolves only scored one against Manchester United, and that is as funny as it is. The Red Devils did try to come out and attack in the last 20 minutes of the game where they were a more dominant side. However, Wolves were just making sure to hit them on the counter and trying to make sure that they keep the score intact and don't concede an unnecessary goal. There were a couple of good moves where you can see from Anthony where he tries to whip a curler shot but it hits the side netting and goes away. There is one good cross that is put in by I think it was Lisandro Martinez or somebody, where it's a good cross that is being put in and Garnacho tries to head it in but it just goes above the keeper. There were a couple of other chances but none of them were as threatening as Manchester United needed to be. And finally in the 98th minute of the game where Manchester United are on all-out attack, Wolves get the ball and they release two players from the halfway line, and it's just a tap in for the Wolves team where they score the second goal in the 90th minute of the game, which the game was already done, but it just added one more goal to their scoreline and more misery for Manchester United and Amorim. Now, here are some of the stats that will literally blow your mind. With Manchester United have failed to score on Boxing Day for the first time since 2015, and Manchester United are 17 points off the top of the table, 11 points off the top four, and 8 points above the relegation zone. Amorim really has a tough job in its hand with the players not performing in the way that he would have really liked. I think in terms of the player ratings, I think the whole squad was not good apart from maybe Ugarte and Maguire. I think these were the only two people who I found were trying to make some impact on the game along with Mazarawi. Onana, I think he had a horrible game. Lenny Euro, I think he still needs a bit more time to adapt to the Premier League. Martinez, I think I have not been a big fan of Martinez, but I think he was bang average in this game. Maguire was decent. Mazraoui, he was trying to make things stick. Ugarte, he is the absolute person who is giving a very consistent performance on of the games. Kobe Mainu, again, he was not able to impact, but we need to understand on the critics that is happening on him. He's just a kid. He's just 19 years of age. Please have some relaxation on him. Diego Dallo, I think it was a bang average performance. I think the first yellow card that Bruno Fernandes gave, if not for his stupid thing where he gives the ball with that kind of pass, Bruno Fernandes would not get the first yellow. Bruno Fernandes, I think still he has to take a lot of accountability. He's the captain, but not performing at his level. Dallo, I will have to give him some breather because he has been the shining light for Manchester United, although this was not for him for this game. Højlund, I think he was unimpressive as well. Finally, we saw the likes of Casemiro, Eriksen, and all coming on the pitch, but they were not able to impact the game in the way Amrim would have wanted. In terms of the match stats, Wolves have 51% to Manchester United 49.87 to 0.35 expected goal ratio, big chances 1 is to 0, total shots 7 is to 11, goalkeeper saves 4 is to 2, corner kicks 4 is to 4, fouls 12 is to 12, passes 472 to 455, tackles 26 to 25, free kicks 12 to 12, yellow cards 2 to 4, red cards 1 for Bruno Fernandes. I think the game was pretty even in those terms, but in terms of better chances created, those cutting edge passes, Wolves really dominated the game in that way. With that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What should Amorim change in the Manchester United squad? Do you really think, with all the social media and all the other channels saying that he needs to completely revamp the team, do you think it's justified? I think with Slot taking on a Liverpool team which was already well built, but he has taken and made them perform better. Do you think Amorim cannot at least make them perform better than what they are performing right now? Does he really need all of his players to maybe grind out some results? Let me know your thoughts. But for me, I think he can definitely improve the team by adding a couple of players, but he needs to get something out of the current squad. The squad is still young. It's not that squad is pretty old that he needs to change everybody. So let me know. With that being said, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.